Big game for Indian cricket fans, even though India is not playing. Afghanistan versus New Zealand. Let's talk about that game here at Timeout with Sports Center. Arun, this is going to be the most highest rated game that India is not playing in the tournament today.
Absolutely, absolutely. All of India is watching, going to watch with bated breath, Akhil. We're not playing. India is not playing, yes, but it could dictate whether India makes the semi-final, has a chance of making the semi-final or not. Uh, Not a situation that you want to be if you're on the Indian team, but that's the nature of the sport. That's the nature. That's the format of the tournament. So yeah, if New Zealand win, that's the end of the road as far as India's hopes of making the semi-final are concerned. If Afghanistan are able to pull a surprise and beat New Zealand, all it needs is for India to beat Namibia tomorrow.
And this is not a situation that this Indian team is very used to, is it? In the previous few ICC tournaments, India has always done well in the opening stages and reached the playoffs very comfortably. Whether it's the 2019 World Cup or the Champions Trophy, it's almost been like an unbeaten run throughout the tournament. So this is a very unusual phase where they are now so reliant on somebody else not performing that everybody will be praying today that Afghanistan plays really well, but very, very unusual for such a strong Indian team to be in this situation. So New Zealand at the top of their game in this World Cup so far, they've only had one loss. Do you envisage any change in their strategy, any team changes from the one that they played previously?
Not necessarily, Akhil. I think that New Zealand side is pretty well oiled, and everybody's kind of chipped in with useful performances, match
Yeah.
winning performances, question mark, but useful performances which have resulted in wins, plenty. You talk about the batsmen, almost everybody's got a hit. You talk about the bowlers, everybody's done their job. Uh, they might not have picked up 6, 7, 8 wickets, but everybody's been picking up 2, 3 wickets. Each Sodhi's done his job. Mitchell Santers kept it tight. Trent Bolt and Saudi, they've just been picking up 1 or 2 wickets, but like I mentioned, they've done their job just enough.
The batters also have started to now start to get in runs at important time. Martin Guptill got that important 90. Jimmy Neesham had that interesting partnership with Glenn Phillips in the last match. So whenever they
Yeah.
needed some runs, people are turning up and getting those important runs. I think Devon Conway is the only batter who's not got a decent hit, and he's a class act. So I'm hoping he gets some hits today.
I'm just looking at the numbers, Akhil, as we speak. The only half century by a New Zealand batsman in this tournament is Guptill's 93 against Scotland. Very
Yeah.
blue Scotland away. But other than that, there's Daryl Mitchell 49, Glenn Phillips 39 not out, Jimmy Neesham, like you mentioned, 35 not out, Kane Williamson a 33 not out, Glenn Phillips a 33 again, Daryl Mitchell 27, Devon Conway at 27 against Pakistan. So batters have got runs. They've not been explosive, they've not been big runs, but like I mentioned, just enough to get the
Yeah.
team home.
Okay, fantastic then. Afghanistan missed Mujibul Hassan last game. He
Mujibur
was
Rahman,
injured.
yeah.
Mujibul Rahman, so he was injured last match. They'll be hoping that he comes back because he gives them those 4 overs at the beginning of the innings, and he's then provides another attacking option after Rashid Khan that they can exploit. So they'll be hoping he comes back. He's played a lot of franchisee cricket. He must have bowled a lot against Kane Williamson also in the different leagues. So they'll be hoping that he comes back from injury.
It's going to be interesting to watch Afghanistan tonight. The reason I say that is, a couple of things. One is how do they bounce back? Do they bounce back after that? After the hiding they took against India, they gave away 210, the only 200 plus score in the tournament. So how do they recover?
Hmm.
And like you mentioned, who do they replace? The other day they had Sharafuddin Ashraf, they had Naveen Ulaq, they had Hamid Hassan. Between the three of them, their 10 overs went for a plenty in excess of 100 runs. So do they leave? I don't know. Do they leave one of those out and bring in Mujibur Rahman? That is the way I think they would go and they should go. Uh,
Hmm.
Not because New Zealand have fared badly against spin, but that's Afghanistan's best chance. The best
Yeah.
chance is to use their spinners, which is Rashid, which is Mohammad Nabi, which is Mujib, to, even if not pick up loads of wickets, at least to keep the runs down. The best chance of Afghanistan winning is to keep the runs down and allow the batters to chase it afterwards. But we'll see if that's the way they go.
Okay, interesting. Then there's no fixed run rate or anything that Afghanistan have to worry about. They just have to go and win today. If they win today, it's great for India and it's great for them also, because if India has some mishap, then Afghanistan stand a chance again to qualify.
Absolutely right. That's the thing that nobody's spoken about, Akhil. Nobody's ever spoken about the fact that, Afghanistan still stand a chance of making the semis. And what a story that would be. They're still on 4 points, mind you. If they can
Yeah.
get the better of New Zealand today, they'll get to 6 points and they already have a superior net run rate. So if by chance, India were to lose to Namibia tomorrow, which is that 1%, chance, then Afghanistan pretty much in the race to make the semis.
Interesting. But New Zealand clear favorites there. And one more game coming up in the evening today, where another favorites who are clearly now the table toppers for this group are going to be playing. Pakistan are playing their last league match. They've won everything, Arun. This is a very, very rare Pakistan team who is dominating, who's winning consistently, who's tapering off all the edges. No, not a single player is winning games. So it's a very rare Pakistan team, very, very impressive. They'll be gunning for their semi-final game now. They also know that they're going to be playing Australia, so they'll also be gunning to start uh, preparing for that challenge.
Yeah, the only unbeaten team in the competition, Akhil. 4 out of 4, and they will want to make it 5 out of 5 tonight rather. Yeah, I mean, Hassan Ali is a bit of a worry for me. Hasn't done much so far in the competition. But other than that, you're right. Everybody's kind of chipped in with runs. They found that finisher in Asif Ali, and Shoaib Malik's kind of proven that he still got runs in him. He's provided a couple of, he's been there at the end to ensure they finish things
Innings
off.
closes, yeah.
Yeah, Mohammad Hafiz has got runs. Fakar Zaman question mark, but it's all right. I mean, you can afford to have that one player and who'll hopefully fire in that big game. So Hassan Ali for me is the one worry. Hopefully, they realize a good spell from him. They realize a wicket taking spell. He picked up one wicket, was economical the other day. But it's about him. He's got the ability to pick up a basket of wickets. He's not done that so far. So that's the one thing that Pakistan will hope to achieve today.
Yes, the Pakistan openers have also taken a lot of responsibility, Arun. So I the one challenge that I'm really now looking forward to is Mitchell Stark bowling to them. I know I'm going a match forward and talking already about the semi-final, but it's a
Yeah,
mouth-watering contest, when
yeah.
Mitchell Stark and Hazelwood are bowling so well, and they are going to be bowling to the Pakistan openers who've been such a vital cog for the team to get off to starts each time. Either one of them has stayed in and got runs for them. So that is a contest. It's going to be a delightful contest.
Absolutely right. Absolutely right. Tonight, it's also going to be interesting to see how Pakistan, do they change their team at all? Do they look at, if do they have an extra spinner? If there's room for an extra spinner.
Yeah.
I say this because the match against Scotland that we're talking about is being played at Sharjah. So the surfaces at Sharjah have been kind of indifferent. We've had a few good ones like last night. We've had a few patchy surfaces. So it's going to be interesting to see if Pakistan are able to. I mean, I don't even recall who's in their reserves. I know there's Sarfraz Ahmad, but do they have an extra spinner there? Do they want to look at an extra spinner? Possibly.
They have a couple of good young seamers in the reserves.
Hmm.
One they might be having to give one of them a go. I mean, it will be a big chance for them to play in a big international tournament. So might be interesting because they've already sealed their spot. So might as well rest one of their key seamers, maybe somebody like a Shaheen Afridi, keep him fresh for the semi-final and try one young pacer maybe.
I'm just looking at the lineup, Akhil. I mean, I really cannot see who can they leave out. Look at the bowling. Shaheen Afridi, Haris Rauf, Hassan Ali. Imad Wasim is a silent performer. You don't talk about him, but match in, match out, he'll keep landing the ball there, picking up
Yeah.
crucial wickets, 1 or 2 wickets, won't give away too many runs. There's Shadab Khan. if you want to call on a cover bowler, there's Shoaib Malik, there's Mohammad Hafiz.
Hafiz.
Yeah, so I mean, really solid looking team. The batting, you can say they're suspect, but right now everybody's kind of chipped in. They're doing their job.
Hmm.
It's the one bad day, Akhil. They need to watch out for that one bad day. Hopefully that doesn't catch up, with them in the tournament. They've got 2-3 games left. I hope the Pakistan fans will be hoping it doesn't catch up with them in the tournament.
All right then. Uh, like I mentioned in the beginning of the show,
Sorry, one
big.
other thing. Sorry, Akhil, we've got to briefly mention Scotland. Again, they just got blown away in that game against India the other day, but they've got a couple of good players that you should keep an eye on. Uh,
Hmm.
Keep an eye on George Munsey, the opener. Uh, Talented. Kyle Kutzer is talented as well. George Munsey particularly good against spin, so keep an eye out against him. Matthew Cross is highly rated. Explosive batsman. We've not seen the best of him in the competition, but that top three is capable of scoring runs, Akhil. If they apply themselves, if they survive that first and second over, quite possible that Scotland will kind of compete. They might not post a 180 and defeat Pakistan, but they'll compete for sure.
Okay, interesting games lined up as we come towards the closure of the tournament. Like we mentioned in the beginning of the show, probably going to be the highest rated match in India, where India is
In
not
which
playing.
India are not playing.
So yes, New Zealand clear favorites there. There's no two-way about it. There might be a lot of talk in the media about how Afghanistan can win and different, but New Zealand have looked solid. They'll want to continue that performance. So New Zealand clear favorites. As Indian cricket fans, all we can do is hope that Afghanistan finds some magic, and it provides India an opportunity to go and qualify. So that's it from here at Time Out with Sports Adda from us. We'll be back here. India still has one game to play, and then there are the semi-finals and the finals. So still lots of cricket to talk about in the tournament. We'll be back here soon.